crude oil, which is not bad if we had not neglected the oil palm that we had. And in doing that, we lost our economic relevance. Back in the day, a naira used to be equal to £1 and even a little bit higher than the dollar. But now we know the story. And what we are looking at is that how can we get Nigeria back to the glory days? And our solution as I said, right, is that with intentional and practical solutions that will bring everybody together. One person cannot do it. So we know that when we bring every one of us together, it's easier for us to have our to take back the position we used to hold, especially in the oil palm industry. And if you look at the bigger picture, Africa holds about 60 to 65% of arable, uncultivated arable land in the world. And we are also looking at a world population that is going to be skyrocketing to about 8.5 billion thereabouts by 2030. And we're looking at over 10 billion by 2050. And what this means is that the world will need Africa to be able to feed, because without land, there can be no agriculture as it were. And if we're looking at all of this, it means that Africa and Nigeria will still have a very, very critical role to play in solving global food security and also helping our citizens to have economic independence. So what does this mean? In the words of J.F. Kennedy, just like that's one of my favorite quotes, he said, do not ask, think not what your country can do for you, but instead think of what you can do for your country. And for us as Access Rice, in line with this, our agro-real estate model has made it easier and possible for everyone to be a part of this reformation through by democratizing oil palm ownership. We know that it might be difficult for one person to have thousands of hectares to start practicing or to start.
Mr. Chido, are we okay?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Yes. So
please, can we unmute our mics, please? Thank you.
Okay, so in line with this, in seeking how to help our country or what we can do for our country, our agro-real estate model has made it possible and easier for all of us, for everyone, regardless of where you are, regardless of where you're from, to be a part of a greater and a more sustainable Africa through democratization of agriculture and real estate. With our palm-rich estate model, and at this webinar, we shall be looking at how it all works. We'll be demystifying all of the myths, all of the things that are unclear to us, so that we have proper understanding of this great innovation and movement. Palm-rich is not just a product. Palm-rich is a movement, and for us to fully maximize this movement, we need to understand what palm-rich is, and that is the essence for us having this webinar. And I can assure you that it's going to be a great night. It's going to be a wonderful event. It's going to be packed with a lot of good things. I would implore you, sit tight and hold on to your biro if you can, so that you can take notes and enjoy everything that we have for you tonight. I welcome everyone once again. Thank you for being a part of this great event. And I'm sure that at the end of this night, we shall all be happy that we joined. Thank you very much once again for joining us tonight. Thank you very much, Mrs. Olabisi. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Dimeji Kayode, for that insightful remark to open our webinar. We're so grateful. And in a short while, we'll be having a short video of our Palm Beach estate. But just before then, I would like to open the floor for two diasporans to talk, to introduce themselves. We want two diasporans, two consultants, as well as two customers and two prospects to come and tell us or introduce themselves, to tell us their country of residence, what they do, how they hear of asset rights, when they joined us, and what are their expectations for, from asset rights. Please, can we have anybody on the floor to just come and introduce themselves, two diasporan, anybody from the diaspora community, anyone is free to come and introduce themselves and tell us why they have decided to join us in asset rights. Please, anyone? Yeah, Mr. Chris, that'll be fine. And can we have Mr. Chris, please, from the US? Can we do that by the show of our hands? Can we raise up our hands if you want to come forward and introduce yourself? This is just a general networking, so everyone is free. We are all family, so we shouldn't feel so rigid. Can we come forward, please? Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Delight. Can we have Mr. Delight? Anyone from the diasporan community for a start? So, Mr. Delight, do you want to tell us where you're from and introduce yourself to us, please? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, my name is Delight. Delight, yeah, I'm a consultant, and okay, I'm practicing in Nigeria. So I joined Asset Rise. I was introduced to Asset Rise. That was last year, early last year, 2024, and I've sold several plots in acres, several acres for Asset Rise. And the reason I'm actually pushing the not just the brand but the product is because of the idea behind the product itself. Um, since I started real estate 3 years back, I've really not seen a company that has this kind of products, this type of product, the vision behind this type of. I've really not seen any real estate company marketing and palm tree estates with the kind of vision Asset Right has. So I I really say it's a very good initiative, and it's a very good initiative. So, and I pray that the company Asset Rise continue to grow even stronger than what we know it to be today.
Oh, so sorry about that. Please, moderator, remember to always unmute me, please. Thank you. Mr. Wright, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I can resonate with what you've just said. Thank you so much also for your prayers. And we so much appreciate you. And can we have next online Mr. Olatunji, please? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Olabisi, and good evening, good afternoon to everybody, wherever we are from different parts of the world. My name is Olatunji Adeyemi. I'm actually joining you guys from Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Now, firstly, I must say that what you guys are doing here is exemplary. It is excellent. This is what we should be seeing by Nigerians, with Nigerians doing great things like this. Now, I joined Assets Rise, I think about 3 years ago now, pretty much early when you guys started your activities. My very own brother, one of my brothers, his name is Yusuf Adeyemi, introduced you guys to me. And I came to Nigeria. I met your group CEO, very nice gentleman. And, he talked me through all your business models and what you have on offer. And I can say to people, I have invested in these quite significantly in your Ekpe projects in Adodo and a few other places that you've marketed in a short period. This is a very, very good business. You guys should sustain it. You should work hard at it. You will not know, but the world is watching you. And there are people around the world who would want to even come and help you guys to scale. So you should sustain what you're doing. I pray and hope that everybody who invested in this initiative will reap the reward of it in a very good way. This is something that could be part of lifting Nigerians out of poverty, even those who have not invested in it, because I'm sure you guys will be employing a lot of people that is working on your various projects. And agriculture is the way to engage many of our youth to, make them employed, to help them to achieve something meaningful in the future. So I commend you guys and I recommend your business to anybody who might be a prospective investor here just listening tonight. Excellent. Well done, guys. Thank you.
Okay, why Madam Olabisi is not on? I think she's having a network issue. Thank you so much, Mr. Olatunji, for that well recommendation from us. Thank you so much, sir. We also have Dr. Olufemi in the house who would like to go next, talk about asset rise. Sir, you can go ahead to say a word. Thank you.
Yeah, good day, good afternoon, and good evening, Nigeria. My name is Olufemi Fajolo. I live here in the state of Minnesota in the United States. I was introduced to this scheme, I think was late 2003, 2004. Then I decided to take a chance. Because the truth of the matter is, at that point, it was difficult for me to believe anybody because I've been stoned a lot in Nigeria. But the person that introduced me He's a fellowship sister to me. We served together in Benue State. I've known her for 20 years. So, and she has been a very good friend of mine. I'm like, okay, let me take a chance on you. You have never lied to me. Let me do this. And I decided to do it then, and then I did subsequent purchases, and I'm also in the process of doing more now. So what I can say is this organization is advertised as an organization um, that is known for honor and trustworthiness. Um, my experience has not been different from what I was told. I want to say that let's keep that model going. Let's continue to um, let trustworthiness be the watchword and the honor with which the organization is known for. Let it be something, even at a price sometimes to the organization, even at a cost. Um, Sometimes you take a loss, sometimes you take a win, and then at the end of the day, uh, um, when you stick to your principle, it pays off. My wife and I were talking about this today. We saw I think a company here, they all they do is sell plantain chips, processed and all that, and it's gone from generation to generation. You know what you guys started now. It's something that could easily mutate to something that generations to come will benefit from it. They will You will give you hand over to your children. They will hand over to their children, and it will become a household name in Nigeria. It will become an organization that took Nigeria to the world map when it comes to products being exported out of our fatherland. So so far I've been very, very happy with what I see, with the kind of treatments that I've experienced. So I want to hope and I pray that the organization will continue to expand and do well for the country and for individuals that are investing in it. So kudos everyone. Thank you very much for starting this. Thank you to the GMD, very, very humble man, and I really love him. So all the best. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that nice recommendation, Dr. Olufemi Fajolu. We so much appreciate your inputs, and I pray that your prayers will continue to have impact on us, and we continue to do well so as to raise the flag of asset rights. Thank you so much. And sorry about the little itch that happened with my network the other time. So can we have Mr. Adekunle Olubayo, please? Now, next, Mr. Olukunle, can we have you on the floor? Thank you. Yes, Mr. Olukunle, carry on. Thank you. Unmute, please. We can't hear you. Can you unmute, please? Sorry about that. Can we unmute Mr. Can we unmute him, please? Thank you. We can still hear you. Sorry. Sorry. Can anyone hear Mr. Adekunle, please? Or is it me? Can anyone hear him, please?
Okay, Mr. Dekule, I guess your device is not really audible. You're already unmuted, but then we can't hear you at all.
Okay, Mr. Dekole, thank you so much. But we'll come back to you. We'll try to let you sort that out. Then we take the next person, but we'll definitely come back to you, please. Thank you. And can we have Ms. Favor Aki, please? Thank you. Ms. Favor. Please, can you unmute Ms. Favor?
Yes. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for this great privilege. My name is Favor Aki. I live here in the UK, in London to be precise. I work with Mitchell's Butlers, and I joined Asset Rights December last year. I'm still a baby in Asset Rights. I have always been business oriented, and I love agriculture. I love farming. So it's more like two things coming together to yield positive effect. When I was introduced to it, I was really passionate about it. I really want to see how I grow in the business sector as well as the agriculture sector. I did a master's in business administration, and everything I see around me, I see them as being business oriented, being business. One major thing that attracted me to asset rights is the prospect of security. We know that in Nigeria, there is so much insecurity. I usually wonder, what if when I invest my money in agriculture and it's time for harvest and it's all be stolen or it's all been something happened to it, what's my benefits? But I get to learn that in asset right, there is the possibility that these plants are well cared for during the seasonal section. Then at the end, at the harvest time, you get exactly what you have paid for, what you have spent your investment on. There is return on investment. It's not just investing, then at the end of the day it goes down the drain. That's one aspect of it. Really, I'm really fascinated about it. I want to invest my money in where there is security. I want to invest my money in where there is an assurance that at the end of it all, something good is going to come out. All the prospective interested people that have spoken to about asset rights is all based on this one facet there, that there is security in whatever we're doing. There are so many scammers everywhere in Nigeria and all over the world, as we can see. And another thing that I actually want to talk about is your money is working for you, because I am here in the UK. There's no way I will be in Nigeria at the same time. Some people open their personal businesses and at the end of the day, they don't gain anything because they put the wrong people there. But with the kind of right people we have in asset right, our money keeps working for us no matter the circumstances. We know that our investment, there is something that is there that we will gain out of it. But there's something I would like to beg the house. I like to beg the management team. I have you're smiling.
Miss Aki, can we come back to that? Can we come
Okay.
back to that, please?
Okay.
We will get your feedback, but with so much thank you.
It's
So
all right. Thank you for the privilege.
definitely get back to you. You still have the chance to say what we think we can improve on. But for now, we still want to have two other people to have their say.
It's okay, that's fine. But I'll be on my break. My break is over, so I may not come back to the meeting. I'm really sorry about that.
Are you at work?
Yes, please.
Oh, thank you so much. You know what you can do? You can put it in the chat box.
That would be fine.
Let us know what you are not happy about or what you want us to improve on.
I'm not happy about it. I just want an improvement in that area. That's fine.
On what? On what area?
It's not really a complaint, but I just want an improvement. If the company can actually bend a bit, that's just what I. But I'm going to put it on the chat box.
Please do. Thank you so much, Favor.
No worries. Thank you so much.
So much for your recommendation.
All right. Have a very good evening, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. I will not let you down. Thank you so much for believing in us. Thank you so much. So can we have Mr. Dekule? Are you okay now to come back?
Hello, can
Oh,
anybody?
brilliant. We can hear you now. Brilliant. Brilliant.
I'm glad
Nice
that
to
you
have you. Thank
can
you
hear
so
me.
much for your patience.
Yes,
And then the floor is
yes.
yours. Thank
First of
you.
all, I want to thank everyone for joining, and most importantly, the organizer, Asset Rise. And from the little I've heard from the existing investor, it's inspiring because even though I've myself and my wife, we've invested in real estate. It's surprising to me that this is the first time I'm hearing of Asset Rise. Maybe I didn't look so well, but the little that I've heard is impressive, very, very impressive. I will have to say that it's impressive. And looking at all the faces that you have done to this point, my wife and I were feeling we missed the train, but we've not missed the train entirely because we are coming in by God's grace. We're not just coming to buy the land. We want to involve in production. That's actually the aim. We want to involve in production, and God's willing, we hope this will be achieved. So thank you again, everyone.
Oh, thank you so much for that nice recommendation. We so much appreciate you and the faith and trust that you have in Asset Right. And we just wanted to keep helping us to spread the news so that people will know that there are still some faithful and truthful companies in Nigeria. So thank you so much. We appreciate your input. So can we have Mr. Olajide Raphael, please? Mr. Olajide Raphael, the stage is yours, or Mrs., whichever one. Sorry about that. Thank you. The stage is yours, Mrs. or Mr. Olajide Raphael. Oh, Mr. Can you unmute your mic, sir? We can't hear you. Can you unmute him, please? Thank you. Moderator, can you unmute Mr. Olajide? Mr. Olajide, we can't hear you. 1 minute. Mr. Olajide, 1 minute. You're going to be unmuted. Oh, he's not listening. Oh, yeah.
Bonsoir à tous. My name is Olajide Olatisu. I'm in France and I've joined Asset Rise 2003 back, 2002 back.
Wow.
And their project so laudable, everything is okay. But I've been trying to have rapport with a CEO that he has gone to UK and I want him to come to Schengen. At least I can host him, I can do all these things, and I've not been able to get any because I'm a pastor in Redeem. People do trust me. You understand me? And I told I didn't hear any response. Why? What happened?
Oh.
Because a lot of people still want to join, they want to buy, but they know that, they heard about it that this man has gone to London before. What about EU here? Schengen zone here. We want him to come to Schengen. If he wants to come, I can even, I can help concerning the invitation letter and other things like that.
So, Mr. Olajide, I don't think I get it correctly. So, what are you saying in essence, that you expect Asset Rights to come to France? Are you in France?
Yes, France. I'm in France. Yeah.
Okay.
To come and meet some people, although the Nigerians that is diaspora here.
Okay, for us to come to France.
Exactly.
Definitely, we are coming to France. We're coming to Spain. We're coming everywhere. We're coming to meet everybody. But for now,
but let France be the number one.
And then you, Mr. Olajide, you can be the one to speak on our behalf. If you are one of our investors, definitely you can let people know what we're doing. And definitely we'll go round. We'll be going round to every country. And that's why we organize this webinar, so that everybody in the diaspora, like, will have wanted you to invite all of them to come and listen to this webinar so that they will know what we're all about.
I'll be happy to talk to you maybe the next one. Maybe next one.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your recommendation. And we will put that on board. We will note that. I think the people responsible, my DMD and others, are listening, and definitely we will put that on board. Thank you so much for your recommendation. And can we have thank you, sir. Can we have Mr. Chris Adiku, please? Thank you. Mr. Chris, please. Can we unmute Mr. Chris, please? Thank you. Oh my God.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity to speak on the platform. So I've been an investor on your the Palm Fortune City since 2023, I believe. And the reason why I haven't invested into the asset rise on the plantation areas because I need more information. I think what you guys are doing, it's commendable. It allows, people like us who are not on ground in Nigeria to invest and have somebody else manage it. It is capital intensive, and but I think what my question is, if information about yield and earnings over the years and the people who have invested earlier, how they've benefited in the process would actually allow a lot of us who are not on ground to invest more. But I just want to commend you guys for what you're doing. I think that's how we grow the country for some of us who are overseas. And we commend you for what you're doing. Thank you.
No, thank you so much, Mr. Chris. And coming back to your question, definitely we're gonna have a section in this webinar that is gonna address the financial. Those people that have invested, they're gonna come forward and give us idea of the financial report. You're gonna hear from the horse's mouth, those people that have invested and they've received their first ROI. So later in the program, you're gonna hear more of that. And if you can still put some of your concerns on the chat box, then somebody will be able to reach out to you. We definitely want you to become one of our customers. I live in the diaspora. I have this same kind of fears before I joined Asset Right. But when I did join them, I discovered that no, this is the best form of real agro estates that one can ever key in. I love their model. I love the concept. And that is why I joined. So I know when it comes to asset rights, there's nothing for you to be afraid of. But if you have any other concern, leave your number, your name on the chat box, and we'll definitely reach out to you. But you just stay on. We're not going to take too much time, longer time, but we'll soon get to the aspects in which those that have invested, they're going to come out and give their testimony as well.
Yeah, my agent asked me to make sure that I am on this Zoom. As you can see, I'm actually at the beach on vacation with my family in Florida, but I wanted to be here at all costs.
Yeah, thank you so
hang on.
Oh,
Yeah.
we so much appreciate that, Mr. Chris. But honestly, just leave you will see our number. We'll be pinning our number soon, so you can call me. I'm in the UK, or you call. Where are you located, please, Mr. Chris?
I'm in the US.
Oh, good. So we'll be pinning our number. You can reach out to me, then we'll explain. Even when you stay on the program, you're gonna still get what the program is all about, what's our parish estate, what it entails. You're in for a banger. Just enjoy it.
Yes, so I'll stay on. I'm curious to see about the agricultural boulevard in.
You will see everything.
And all of that. Yes.
Yeah, you'll see everything in our media. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for beginning us. Thank you. So can we have just two more people, then we'll move to the next section because we don't want to waste too much time. Infinix Smart 5, can we have it on, please? Infinix Smart 5. Can we unmute him, please, for her? Can we unmute Mr. Infinite Smart 5, please? Are you there? Infinite Smart 5? Okay, then can we have Mr. or Mrs. Maxine Adigo, please? And then we'll move on to the next section, please, after that. Can we unmute him, please? Mr. Maxine Adigo.
Okay, so since we cannot hear Infinite Smart 5, we'll try to mute her, but we still can't hear her. I think we should just move ahead to the next thing. Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, we can hear you. We just want to listen to you for like a few minutes, so like 1 minute, then we'll move on to the next session. Mr. Maxine, thank you. Over to you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for the program. I'm interested in the program, and I'm interested in what you're doing. But the question, like what I think one or two people have said, is about the scammers. We have too many scammers in Nigeria. And I think it's a very, very big concern to people that wants to invest. I actually want to invest, but I don't know how sincere. I don't know how sincere this program is. So that's my question. If it's a sincere program and what you guys intend to do is something that can help the masses, of course, a lot of us will keen. So I want you to say something about this.
Hello? Hello?
Mr. Maxine, thank you so much. Anyway, we will soon get to that section of in the program, the question and answer. When we get there, you'll be able to see, because we still have many things to show you guys so that you'll be able to see the authenticity of this company. Okay. It's an authentic company, I can tell you. Because when it comes to grilling, I am number one in grilling. For me to invest with asset rights, I know they are authentic. But we will get to that section. But what we are doing now is just a kind of networking. But because of our time, we just want to, it's still coming back to you. And any other person that has to say things, can you put it in the chat box? You can put your name and whatever you have to say. There's one of my colleagues will be answering you on the chat box. Then Mr. Maxine, I can assure you that your question will be answered during the question and answer section. So we'll be able to address all of that. People's concern, investing in Nigeria.
Okay.
So don't
Thank you.
So because of our time, I will want to move on to the next on the next thing in the program, which is the introduction of our board of trustees. The speech from one of our board of trustees, Mr. or Engineer Oyenuga. So it is my honor now to introduce Engineer Oyenuga. So you have the floor, sir.
Okay, Miss Engineer Yunga, you are unmuted now. Engineer Yunga is the chairman of the board of trustees, Palm Ridge Estate. Is also the director of works in Lagos State. So we have him up here to talk about and represent the Palm Ridge community, as he is the chairman of the board of trustees. Sir, you can go ahead, sir.
Can we unmute him, please? Is Engineer Oyenuga available, please? Can we have Engineer Tokubo Oyenuga, please? Is the chairman of our board of trustees.
Okay, so while we're waiting for Engineer Oyenuga, let's move on to the next on the agenda.
Okay. The next, is he available now? No.
We can go ahead.
Okay. The next thing on the agenda is okay, right. Well, it's my pleasure to introduce another important personality who has played a pivotal role in the growth and success of our oil plantation, as well as validated our partnership. And please now let us welcome Mr. Kunle Olagunju, the Corporate Transformation Manager for Okitipupa Oil PLC, to give his incisive speech. Mr. Olagunju, please, if it's available. Thank you. Mr. Olagunju.
Yes, I'm available.
Thank you, sir. So
yes,
that's
good evening. I'm in Nigeria, so I can say good evening from here.
Yes, we are also in evening. We can say good afternoon to people in America, though.
Yeah. So okay. So thanks for inviting me to this webinar, and I'm so happy with all the things I'm hearing. I had someone mention a question the other time that is this thing authentic? Me, I can say for sure it is, because I've witnessed, I've seen some of the plantations, I've seen some of the development that has been going on, even with asset rights. They are doing greatly well. So I'm thanking everyone for this work now. And I'm supposed to talk about the temporal. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I thought I went off. So my name again is Mr. Olakunle. I work with corporate transformation of Okitipupa Palm PLC. And the same Okitipupa Palm PLC, this company has started since 1970s, early 1970s, so, which have like 19,000 pounds of oil. So I know how this palm oil is profitable to leadership, and the investment can give you so much return that you can ever think of. So the oil palm business, Okitipupa Palm PLC has been in partnership with Asset Rights for some time now, like a couple of years back, starting from the time that we Asset Rights invested in the leasing of our plantation. That was when they started from. But at the same time, because we do more of leasing out of our plantation, but we have stopped that now. And also we do nursery production. So some of the nursery productions that we have done, the seedlings that we have produced, have been bought by Asset Rights. So that's why I'm telling you that this is authentic. We sell Tenera, and we are partnered with Asset Rights to deliver some of this. And I know I've seen it, and I've seen it happen. So back then we have started all this plantation, and we have seen how improved Asset Rights have moved. So oil palm plantation in Nigeria as a business has moved far, far beyond what we think about. And I can say for a decade now, oil palm has been producing, has been giving so many people a sense of return on investment, as so to say. So it's a business that you can go into and you can go ahead and sleep and know that your money is working for you. So there are times that this is the time that Greek business in Nigeria is becoming the norm. It's becoming the talk of the town. That everybody wants to invest in it. I was traveling on Friday and I was with some people that were talking about cocoa and other agribusiness. And I saw that everybody was laughing and smiling on the investment. But the only thing is you can do it with the right people. Doing it with the right people is the best thing to do. But let's see about it. Why do we have to do oil palm business? Why? Why? We realize in Nigeria here, business of agric is booming now. It's moving forward. It's taking so much impact as an investment. It's an investment that you can put your money and then expect some returns from it. So, but one of the top products of agric that you can really invest in and you won't regret is oil palm that we're talking about, oil palm business. And why do we need to do that? One, it is profitable. You cannot lose your money in it. For the past 8 to 10 years, many of us have been investing in it, and we've been seeing a progressive profit in it. Some years back, a few profit you will see in when you invest. Let me say this: the more you invest in oil palm, the more your profit. The more you invest, the more your profit. So, and oil palm business is a seasonal. Oil palm is a seasonal tree, so it's a seasonal product. Let's say there are some times you will have a peak period, there are sometimes you will have a lean period. But you need to understand or partner with people that understand this season and will be able to work. And then there are sometimes you have a peak period that there are much of palm oil in the market. And that is when the price goes down. That is where the price goes down. But when the palm oil is scarce, that's where the price goes up. And in that period, some people make so much money in it, and it is profitable. You can't regret doing it. So investors can as well profit as much as possible. But you can relax and be in your house, and someone is doing all this work for you, and all this, and is giving you profit on it. But the more you invest in it, the better. But the real thing is you have to understand the market. That's why I say there are peak periods, there are lean periods. In the year, there are some percentage of production that you will see. Some are peak, some are lean. So then it depends on the amount you invested. So, but let me say this: is a low investment. You would not lose your money, except you don't understand the season or the time you need to sell and the time you need to produce. So palm. Another thing is palm oil business. Planting it is an evergreen. It's evergreen. So you can plant it now and begin to reap the profit from it for years. For years. Some people, I can say to some people, is your retirement benefit. Let me put it that way. Is your retirement benefit. So you have profit, it can be giving you profit for years. Even some people have handed over their plantation to their children. In that case, they were working, and when they were planting it, they didn't know this would be financing their generations to come. I can see that the oil palm that we planted here, it has been planted from this since 1970s, early 70s, and the company is still benefiting from what was planted in 1970s. So if something is planted for you now, and you're benefiting from it till like a retirement benefit, you will be glad. For those that are not in Nigeria, when you come back to Nigeria and you see your investment that you have invested, you will be shocked that so thank God I did this at this time of the year. So another thing that we can see, the reason to invest in it, there's nothing in palm oil that can. So you can benefit from everything that is from palm oil. You have palm. There's always market for this. Nothing waste. There's kernel. There's leaf. The leaf is used to make brooms, and there's always market for it everywhere.
Hello, Mr. Kune, we can't hear you anymore. Okay, we apologize for the network issues. I believe he's trying to reconnect again. Okay, because of our time, we might not be able to wait for this long. When he's back, he would continue from where he stopped. So we have our chairman, board of director, who is already live, board of trustees, the Palm Ridge tribe. So he's live now. He would go ahead with his speech while we're waiting for Mr. Kunle.
Lagos State government.
Hello, sir. Are you here now? Okay, while we're waiting for him, Engineer Inuga is the Director of Works, Lagos State. Um, okay, Engineer Inuga, you can go ahead, sir. Can we all hear me?
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, wherever we might be. My name is Tokumbo Oyenuga. I am a director in the service of Lagos State. I work with the Ministry of Works and Housing, and I head the department in charge of road construction and rehabilitation. And as fate will have it, I celebrated my 33rd year in service about 3 weeks ago. So I welcome each and every one of us to this webinar. I have been an investor right from my university days. And as fate will have it, In 1999, year 2000, when the current president was our governor in Lagos State, he brought in internet into the secretariat. And I spent most of my time researching for generational wealth. How can I create wealth that will outlive me as a person? In the course of my search, I came across asset right. And that was like 3-4 years back now. So nobody came to me from asset right. I found asset right online. And that was how I started with them. I invested in Epe. I invested in Adodo. I also part of the oil palm tribe in Ibadan. You see, for those who are outside the country, what we see, what we hear majorly are the bad news. They are not exactly all correct. But those that are in here are more abreast of what is happening, but they might not have the platform to share what is actually happening. I know there are scammers. They operate, but they are easily identifiable. It's for you to be sure before you delve in. You need to consult widely. You need to do your research. I tell you, most of the scammers I have come across over the years, by just searching the company, somebody will have reported something and you will pick it out. But that is by the way. Let's zero in on asset right. As I said, I've been with them for like 3 to 4 years now. I started out with K2. I've done eco yams with them. And I get my returns on point to time without fail. No excuses, no delays. If they tell you end of the month, you get it, you are sure to get your return. I invested in Ibadan. You know, Ibadan is already fruiting. And the arrangement I had with them was I get quarterly payments. And so far, I've never been disappointed. So for those that are already part of the tribe, I can assure you, you are in a good place. For those that still have doubts, I'm sure from the testimonies you've heard so far, and even my own testimony, you are sure that your investment is safe with asset rights. You have young, forward-looking individual as the GMD. It goes along improving on the company, improving on the returns. So you are sure that your investment will give you returns as at when due. I encourage everyone to be part of this journey of putting Nigeria back where it should be. If we can get 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 20 of such as asset rights, I can tell you the economy of the nation will grow in leaps and bounds. So it's a challenge to each and every one of us. We should be positive in all our words, in all our actions, in all our attitudes. If you are not sure of a negative news, don't share it. Share more of the positive ones. Let the positivity go beyond us. And that is what I do most times. You send me a video, you don't caption it, I won't even download it, not to talk of opening it. I don't get distracted. I know where my focus is. I stay online. I stay in lane all the time. So I encourage, especially those of us in the diaspora that want to invest back home, asset rise is the place to be. I was appointed as the board BOT chair. The GMD will explain to you why I was chosen. But so far, he will also confess to you the challenges I've thrown at the company. So you can be rest assured, I, as BOT chairman, will protect your interests at every point in time. I'm ready to stand in the gap for everybody. I give you that assurance. If there are issues, I will be the first person to raise the red flag. Nothing will be hidden. I am a very, very straightforward person, and those that know me will tell you that. You can Google my name and find out yourself. You can call those that work within the secretariat to find out who Tokumbo or Yenuga is. If you have doubts, let them give you genuine reasons to doubt my personality. I have a name to protect. So I won't delve into what will be a disappointment to myself, my family, and even you, members of the Asset Rights Tribe. So I thank you for the opportunity, and I welcome those who are with us, and I enjoin those that still have doubts to come in and join the family. Your returns are safe and secure. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Tokumbo, for that reassuring message that you've given to some of our investors and our potential investors. So because of our time, I'm just going to change the program slightly. I know we will have a media now. We will have a kind of short video that will be introduced to us that will be explaining what our Palm Beach estate is. And just after that, I'll be bringing in the GMD himself of Asset Rights Limited. So can we have our media team to show us a brief video to introduce our Palm Beach estate so that our investors and our prospective investors be able to see what our Palm Beach estate is all about. Thank you. Chidera, can we have it, please? Is Chidera there? Can we have the video, please, of our Palm Beach estate? Thank you. Audio, please. Can we have the audio, please? Sorry about that. Can we have the audio, please? Can we unmute the person for the audio to be echoed, please? Sorry about that. Chioma, are you available? What's going on with the audio? Sorry about that. Thank you.
Wow, this is wow. You can see this tree is carrying more than 10 bunches at once, more than 10 bunches. This is wow, wow, wow. This is the reality of Palm Ridge Estates. Phase 1 is grown. Phase 2, we'll go there and give you a report. Phase 3, same report. Phase 4 in Agro-Real. Phase 5 in Ibadan, fruiting, harvesting. We've shared several videos of this with you. Phase 6 and Phase 7 also in Agro-Real. And we can tell you, Phase 8 someday will be a video like this also. And so for some of us, and those of us who are taking advantage of the Palm Ridge Estate project, what exactly are we doing? This is land ownership. Yes. And this is real estate. Land ownership. This corner piece has been here for 3 years. This man has put his signature on this ground because he bought it. He has his documents with him. And guess what? 3 years, 2022 till now, this land has appreciated over 300%. So land ownership, one. Then number 2, you have a source of passive income. Your land is growing into the future. So in 10 years' time, you can determine the worth of this land. In 20 years' time, you can determine the worth of this land. And while this land is appreciating over time, the fruit on these palm trees will generate passive income for the landlord. I mean, what we are saying with this project is that you can create sustainable wealth. And not just sustainable wealth. You can help planet Earth. You can help Nigeria. You can help Africa to be sustainable by making the right investment in Palm Ridge Estate. And guess what? This place is sold out. The Phase 8 in Ibese Road, Ewekoro, is loading right now, selling. You can key into that so fast. Limited offers available. Palm Ridge Estate is Road, Ewekoro, currently developing. Take a step today to own oil palm plantation and earn sustainable income.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for the patience that you've had with us. We have few network problems here and there, but you know what it is with network issues. But now, having seen a sneak peek of our Palm Ridge Estate, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor now to introduce someone whose leadership and vision has played a vital role in shaping the success and the growth of Asset Rights, a company that continues to redefine excellence in the real estate industry, the Group Managing Director of Asset Rights Limited, Mr. Rotimi Ojamamoye. GMD is now over to you. Mr. Ojamamoye, the floor is yours. Is our GMD about?
Hello, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. First off, let me clarify, I am not Mr. Rotimi Ojamamoye. My name is Chidera Ikechukwu, and I'm the Business Development Manager for Asset Rights Limited. Well, just before Mr. Rotimi goes on, I would like to share some light on some of the videos we've just seen, just to also get more clarity on what it is that we've done so far. I'll start from Palm Ridge Phase 1, which you have seen. Palm Ridge Phase 1 was planted in about June 2022, late June 2022, and currently it has started fruiting as we saw in the videos. Okay, so Palm Ridge Phase 1 already fruiting. Palm Ridge Phase 2 also was shown in the video, already fruiting. Palm Ridge Phase 1 in Ekpe, Lagos State. Palm Ridge Phase 2 in Ekpe, Lagos State, and Palm Ridge Phase 3 as well was shown in the video as well, already fruiting in Ekpe, Lagos State. Then we moved on, progressed from that to Palm Ridge Phase 4. And Palm Ridge Phase 4 already is doing great, and we can see in all of the videos that were shown as well. And then we moved to Palm Ridge Phase 5, Ibadan, which you can currently see. Palm Ridge Phase 5 is already fruiting, and we have 2 mills set up there. One was set up by us, and the other was donated by the federal government. and we are milling every day in Palm Ridge Phase 5. Okay, so every day we mill in Palm Ridge Phase 5. You can see the setup, and we are milling, we are storing oil, and we're selling for all our investors. Okay, and we moved on to Palm Ridge Phase 6, which was a very massive advancement for us. With Palm Ridge Phase 6, when we launched our 3,000 hectares in Ado-Dota, Ogun State. We had the honors of the AG Mortgage Bank MD assist with the launch, and a lot of other dignitaries who helped also with the launch of Palm Ridge Phase 6 in Ado-Dota. And from there, we did not just stop there. We moved on to the mighty Palm Ridge Phase 7. Palm Ridge Phase 7 also, which has Palm Ridge Phase 7, which also we are planning towards the resort, which will be having the resort as well in Ado-Dota, Ogun State. And it did not just end there. We've also moved on to the Palm Ridge Phase 8. Palm Ridge Phase 8 is located in Eweko Road, Ibeshe Road, Lagos Abeokuta Expressway. And this is a mighty 5,000 hectares. And we've added this also to our portfolio, and we've have a lot of investors calling in and buying into the project currently. And this just shows that with time and with consistency, transparency, and accountability, we've been able to grow our portfolio with your trust and with your belief in what we are doing with the oil palm business to one that is even beyond us. And we are very sure that this would even outlive us, because we believe that we are doing a transgenerational model, one that would outlive us, yourself, the investors, and go on to your children's children and create value for them as well. So we've been able to do this across our many different estates. I mentioned Phase 1, then down to Phase 8, which is currently at the pre-launch and will be launching very soon. And we are doing other massive things. All the end goal of this, food security, sustainability, and financial sustainability as well. So key into the Palm Ridge estate, the proofs are there for you to see. You can call in for videos, for pictures, and you get all of that. So with audio, it's my pleasure to give this summary, and I would like to move on to the next agenda. So, but before we go then, please, if you can help me with more videos so they can see as well before we move on and we can introduce the group managing director. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Shidera, for that. So can we have more videos, please? And then please, I want to invite some of our attendees to please put their questions on the chat box. I can see so many chats come. I can see so many questions already on there. Please just bear with us and we will answer everybody accordingly. Can we have a video? But in the absence of the video, I want to call in some people to give some testimonial. 2 people. Okay, we have the video then.
You know that one of the best ways to create sustainable income is the oil palm plantation. I mean, here you can see hectares of oil palm plantation and fruit being harvested right in this plantation round the year. Now, these fruits are extracted to produce palm oil, palm kernel oil, and other byproducts that come from the tree. And the palm oil, the palm kernel oil, and every other byproducts are highly demanded both for domestic and industrial consumption in international and local markets. But one of the great things about this business is that it is self-sustainable. So, do you want to plan for your retirement? Do you want to create a better cash flow as a business? Do you want a better revenue for your cooperative society, for your institution? And what more do you want to create as sustainable income? One of the best ways is to have oil palm plantation. And that is why the Palm Ridge Estate Project is going to be partnering with you to see how you can own lands in this estate and not just waiting for the future appreciation, but earning passive income, earning sustainable income from the production that we are doing here. We have this estate all over 4 states in Nigeria currently, and you can key into any of these estates right now. Is it Adogo or the E4, right here in Ibadan? You can key into any of these estates and plan sustainable income by owning palm-rich estate. If you are planning towards your retirement, I can tell you, this is one of the best instruments to create a comfortable retirement. Because when you retire, you have limited strength to run around. But you know, these trees, once you have planted them now, they can fruit for over 30 years. They can fruit for over 40 years. It means at your retirement, you are just going to be getting passive income from the farm. I mean, this is not other area of agri that will stress you so much. You can do this passively, meaning you can even sit in your office. These trees are growing, these trees are fruiting, and you are earning income right from the production of what is happening on the tree. And guess what? The land also belongs to you. And this land is an asset that we keep appreciating into the future. Why are we so keen on speaking to retirees or people who are going to be planning to retirement? Because when you retire, you need income to sustain you. Why are we so keen on telling our youth and career professionals and different people to own this project? It's because as a youth who is driven towards your career right now, one of the things that you can do best to create wealth for yourself is owning a passive income source. Investing in the oil palm plantation will give you that avenue. So, what are you waiting for? Don't take our words for it. You can come for inspection in any of our farmers estate projects and key into the oil palm plantation project right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So in view of our time, we want to invite our GMD now to come in person to speak to us. So can we have the GMD, Mr. Rotimi Ojamamoye? And afterwards, we get a few more testimonial for some people that have received their return on investment from the palm-rich estate, from our palm-rich estate. Mr. Rotimi Ojamamoye, the floor is yours now. Bear with us. Our GMD is coming on now. Okay, while we're waiting for our GMD to come up, I would want to get some more live testimonial from the people that are some of our investors. So please, can we have Mrs. Funke Oyafunke, please, to give our testimonial? Thank you. Mrs. Funke Oyafunke, please, while we are waiting for our GMD. It's Mrs.
So, hello.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody. Hi, Ola. How you doing today?
Oh, very well. Thank you so much, my GMD.
You're looking like a CNN broadcaster this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you for representing us so awesome. We appreciate you. Yes. And we appreciate all our guests. Thank you so much for your time. We do not take this for granted. Thank you so much for your patience. The night is fast spent, and now we're going to be running through some key areas that we need to look into, and you can ask all the questions, and we can wrap up the night. So briefly, the entire project is understood by us now, and there's not so much for us to say. The people can say it all. I want to say a very big thank you to our BOT chairman. Our BOT chairman is a very thorough man. I mean, if you see a civil servant in Nigeria who has got no stain, you can talk of our BOT chairman. Like I said, Google him and check him out. And so we know how much questions and how much he has to put us on our desk to make sure that this go right. And we appreciate all the Palm Ridge Board of Trustees for their diligence in making sure that this project continue. For us, this has moved beyond the products. And that's what we want to say tonight. We are no longer selling a product called Palm Ridge. We are selling a project, a community, a togetherness for Nigerians globally, a togetherness for Africans that will take the next move of our world generation, that will take the next move of removing the stones from our eyes to see how better to make our lives. And that's what this project has become. And so tonight, I just want to throw us back to some of the things I think we should consider. Martin Luther King, some centuries ago, I mean, we all have that to our brains. I have a dream. And that was a revolution for America. It was a revolution for America. And today, you have racism down because somebody stood to fight against that. You flip to South Africa and you see our great man, Nelson Mandela. He stood to fight for a common purpose to liberate the average African. And today, we know that Africans globally are celebrated for their, for their innovation, for their contribution to the global system. And to us tonight is what we are doing. What we are doing is so much important beyond a product, and now is a movement to bring Africa, not from racism, not from racial discrimination, but from poverty, from deprivation, from jackpot syndrome, from everything that you can talk about, and bring Africa to that wealth zone that we should be. The truth is, as a nation and as a people, if there's anything that plagues us so much, is deprivation. We have been so deprived of prosperity, so deprived of having a good life, so deprived of so many things. But we can also testify that the deprivation is not by any man's doing. Sometimes it's our ignorance. Our ignorance is the major deprivation that we suffer. And that is why tonight, just at our nose, the soil that God has given unto us, green everywhere, with wealth everywhere. I mean, you cultivate 1 hectare, you throw a corn on the street of Lagos, you throw a yam in the floor, and wealth is everywhere. But we have decided to deprive ourselves and create poverty. And that has led to so many things that we are suffering from. And so tonight, beyond the Palm Ridge Project is a movement to end poverty. It's a movement to end deprivation. It's a movement to end our wrong identity. I mean, I've heard so many of us spoken tonight about trust, about so many issues that concerns us. And these are real issues that are making us not progress. You go to the UK, you see the Pakistanis, the Indians taking over their system. I mean, investments everywhere. And you ask yourself, how are they doing all this? The number one tool that they have, that we must have tonight, is trust. And beyond trust, the force of togetherness. They come together, understand the purpose, and go after it. And then, boom, wealth is created. And can I tell you, when wealth is created, we destroy poverty. When wealth is created, our identity becomes better. Today, the way that we treat an Indian in the UK, in the US, is not the same that we treat a Nigerian. Why? Our global identity have to change from a people who are poor to a people who are maximizing their opportunities and creating wealth for themselves. And that is the origin of this project. We have with us the mother blessing of land, green everywhere. I think I was having an interaction with Olabisi some months ago, and then she was telling us about the agenda that we don't see that is coming. You go to Shagamu Interchange, you see from Shagamu Interchange to Ibadan, almost all the land there are bought over. Bought over by who? I can tell you over 60 to 70% of those lands are bought by foreigners. You see foreign companies everywhere, factories everywhere. What is the agenda? They are taking the land away from you. Welcome to the second version of slavery, if we allow this to work. Welcome to the second version of our children jackpying everywhere, becoming slave globally, if we are not ready to maximize what God has given to us. And so it is beyond a product. It's a movement that we consciously have to take, that our generations to come will not be enslaved because we do not discover opportunities right in our nose. Let's talk about this opportunity. Malaysia came some years ago. They discovered this opportunity. And today, you'll be glad to know that Malaysia is also an oil-producing country. I don't mean palm oil now. They have crude oil. But you see that the palm oil industry has overshadowed the crude oil in Malaysia. Massive plantations everywhere. In Indonesia, massive plantation everywhere. Agriculture is the future of the world because humans must live on food. And if we don't take this as a serious call to power this movement, the truth is someday, just like we have on our nose right now, over 350% of the palm oil consumed in Nigeria is imported. What a slap on our face. And yes, we are crying for poverty. With abundance of land and all the resources that we have, and yet we can't maximize opportunities. That is the problem we should face. So it is not about the trust alone. It's about the force that we can come together to enforce this change. And what do we mean coming together? We need to come together to build a product that will give every one of us peace. And that is what a Palm Rich Estate is. It has moved beyond a product of asset rise to a project that we all own, a project that we all can defend. Because the truth is, if we don't do that, if we don't defend it, we can't guarantee it. And that's why tonight it's gladdening us that every one of us turned out online to see how much wealth we can create, not from abroad, not from the UK, not from the US, not from Canada, not from Saudi Arabia, but from Nigeria. How much wealth we can create from Nigeria. And going down deep into this, it's for us to understand the Palm Rich Estate model. The model is simple. It is real estate plus agriculture. I mean, most of us invest in real estate globally, but do you understand that real estate is not just a component of building houses? Real estate, it's also a component of building agriculture. And with this, we are not going to be talking about other aspects, but let's narrow down to the Palm Rich Estate. So we buy hectares of massive plantation, or we buy hectares of land and we create the plantation, and then we own the plantation. So how do we own this? How does this entire component come together? Let's understand this, and then we begin to go deep into the future of the Palm Rich Estate project. Now, let me talk about the common trends that we should understand before I even go into that. Number one, the palm oil industry is a $90 billion plus global market. It's not just a Nigerian project. It is a $90 billion global market. Number two, by 2030, the EU have said, or they have an agenda and a mandate to make sure that they switch to biofuel. It means your crude oil may be useless very soon. But palm oil and every other project in agriculture will become the gold of the future. Number three, the food demand. The global demand for food is massive. And palm oil represents 60% of the oil that is used in most food globally. I mean, by WWF, the World Wildlife Funds, it is proven that over 50% of products in supermarket shelves contain palm oil. So it is not just used in home, pharmaceutical companies, cosmetic companies, industrial, domestic, international, everybody use palm oil and all the byproducts. And that's why the market is so big. But you need to understand that how big the market is, it depends on how much we cultivate to produce this and supply. And so Who will cultivate it? You will cultivate it. Where will you cultivate it? You cultivate it on the land that you own, because this asset must grow on the land. What is this land? What does it mean to us? Land is real estate. What does land mean to us more? Land we appreciate deep and deep into the future. In 5, in 10 years' time, the land keep appreciating. And the palm trees planted on the land keep generating you passive income over the years. Now, let me give us a summary of this whole English. On a 1 hectare of an oil palm plantation, you have 150 trees. And those 150 trees can produce over 7 tons of CPO and also PKO and PKC. I mean, when I mean CPO, now I mean crude palm oil, palm kernel cake, and diverse produce just from one tree. And we're not talking about the palm kernel shell and every other produce that come from this oil palm. Now, understood that on that 1 hectare, as the land is appreciated, that 1 hectare with a 7 tons capacity of production is able to fetch you a 3 to 5 million naira passive revenue every year. Now, let's compare that with the conventional real estate. Where inside Lagos or where in London, in UK, in US, Toronto, or wherever, will you invest maybe a 9 million naira and get a 3 to 5 million naira passive income yearly? You can ask yourself that question and also give an answer. The palm oil and the palm plantation will give you that at ease. And to our global audience, to our diasporans, you send money to Nigeria almost all the time, but you have not understood that Nigeria can send money to you. Yes, with investment in a palm plantation, Nigeria can send money to you wherever you are in the world. And you can pay your bills globally with whatever you're even generating from Nigeria. You can build your houses. You can even retire and decide to leave wherever you are and come back to your motherland, and you have a dependable source of income from the palm plantation project. And so there's a lot of benefits that this project are. But beyond the benefits, how do we sustain all this? That's one of the biggest concerns to us. How do we sustain all this? I mean, one of the greatest concerns with investors is risk. Number one, the land issues in Nigeria. How do you want to curtail that? Number two, money and trust with companies. Oh, asset rise, hope they won't fold up tomorrow. Number three, capital appreciation. How do we guarantee that? Number four, management and continuity. How do we guarantee that? Number five, accountability and transparency. How do we guarantee that? These are many issues that we think you need to know about. So land issues, we buy only land that are genuine. And that's why we send the documents to you, make your research about them, make inquiries from the government. Our lands are certifiable by the government. For example, you have the Ibadan. It has a certificate of occupancy. And means once you buy the land, it belongs to you with a title. So the land issues is something that we are very careful about. Because if you get it wrong from the land, you get the entire project wrong. So we are much more careful, just like you want us to be, to make sure that you are investing in a genuine land, in a land that you can own for the next 50, 70 years and transfer to your children without issues. And let me tell you something about this land also. The Palm Ridge Estate is a model for land banking. It secures your land for you, even when you're not there. Now, I did a video last 2 weeks around Agbara, over 500 acres of oil palm plantation that has existed for over 30 years. And now development is everywhere. But guess what? That portion of the palm plantation, nobody is contesting there. You can cut down the trees. There is ownership manifested there. So the land secures your land, and not just secures your land, it pays you while even securing your land for you into the future. So for some of us who just buy land everywhere, and you are not there, and there is nothing on the land, you may be telling a wrong story in the future. Because if you're not there, you're not doing anything there, and you just bought the land, and most times you can't even do anything there because the land is far from developing areas, and then you just bought it. It's an estate. Oh, it's Kiniko estate. You just bought it. and you leave it 5 years, 10 years, the land is still there. By the time you get back there, it is a forest that you will meet because no activity on the land and nature above vacuum. And when that happens, the security of the land also cannot be guaranteed. Community can claim it, different persons can claim it. And so one of the things that this project will do to you also is that while it helps you to do land banking, and land banking is a very big investment. You buy land cheap now, it appreciates in the future. While you are doing land banking by owning this portion of this land, there is a substantial investment on it that is paying you into the future. Now, number two, money and trust issue with companies. We are a certified real estate company with the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have a SCUMU license. We are regulated. And you can make your search, your deep search about us. Send your lawyer to do your search. Like our BOT chairman said, for you to make any investment decision, don't make it blindly. Do your search. Don't be in a rush to throw your money out and regret it. Take that time and do your search. And then when you get the resolution, then you can go on. So for us at Rise, we are saying go and search us out. Go to the government. We have our certifications. And in Lagos State here, we own the biggest farm in Lagos State. I mean, the Commissioner for Agri was live on our site last year, our Eco Yams project. The yams were intercropped inside the palm plantation. And that's how much of exposure that we have. And let me also tell you that we are in major partnerships with reputable organizations, this company Real. I mean, you have the Federal University of Agriculture signed an MOU with us. That is how much to cut them, I mean, NIFO and so many other companies, institutions in Nigeria. And 2 weeks ago, I mean, I shared us a video where we were signing an MOU with the First Lady of Osun State, the former First Lady of Osun State. This is how much we're exposed to both individuals and even corporate organizations in our dealings. So you can make your search on us. And when you come to trusting us with money, every dime you pay to us, we are able to account for it by allocating your land, and you have your documents, and then the land belongs to you. If that does not come true, your money has not served you. So we are committed to allocation so that you have value for your purchase, value for your money. And when we talk about, what will be the longevity of this company? Most of us have the notion that, it's a one-man business, it's owned by Rotimi Ojabamoye. You're very wrong. I don't own Asset Rise. I'm a board member in Asset Rise. I'm the group managing director. I can be here today and I can be normal. But will your investments fade away? These are critical concerns to us. Will your investments fade away? The answer is no. Asset Rise have a functioning board of directors and a functioning transition model, succession model that protects you year after year and trace the company beyond one man. It's an entity registered by law beyond a man. So if I decide that I'm not here anymore, that does not end your investment. If any of our staff move on to another thing, that does not end your investment. The structure and the system of the organization is so well planned to make sure that your investments are guaranteed into the far future. And then we talk about management and continuity. I've spoken about that. But for the palm plantation, we have onboarded a new system to make sure that it is even differently managed from Asset Rise. And that's why we have the Palm Rich tribe. The Palm Rich tribe, let me give us a very clear example. It's like you are saying an Okumu oil or a Presco oil. Yearly, they declare dividend and share to everybody. And for us in Asset Rise, we know that this must be structured and must be legal in place for it to run. And that's why we have the tribe as a community that holds everybody together. You are an individual holder of a unit of the Palm Rich project, but collectively, we can account better for this project. And that collective model goes beyond Asset Rise. It goes beyond Asset Rise to the tribe. And who is the tribe? You and every other investor. Your vote, your voice count in the tribe to make sure that everything is managed diligently. And for the tribe, you have a different management. You have the BOT, the board of trustees, comprised of notable individuals who review and make sure that we are running an accountable and a transparent accounting system so that nobody lose their investment or lose their ROI when it is time to be paid. They send auditors to the farm to audit what we are doing. They send auditors to see the books that we are going to declare. That is how much the Palm Ridge tribe is going to protect you. So when the chairman is telling you, oh, I have got your back, he's simply telling you, there is a system in place beyond one man to defend what you are bringing up. And like I said from my earlier introduction, that is the secret of the Indian revolution in UK and in US. That is the secret of the Pakistans. That's the secret of all this nation where you have these people taking over. The force of togetherness. Now we talk about trust. My brothers, everything that must be trusted must be legally structured. And that is why we have taken time to put this together. And please, we are saying to everyone who has joined the Palm Ridge Project, make sure you are on the tribe. The tribe protects your interest beyond asset rights. And it's intentional that we did that so that your interest is protected beyond asset rights. There are more information about the tribe. We're going to send it to you. But what more do we have in the tribe? You have a community, number one. Number two, you have a legal structure. Number three, you have a support system and rewards. When I say support and rewards, most of us are going to bring all their friends and family to join what we are doing. Yes, we are going to reward you bountifully for doing that. And we tell you a lot of rewards. The essence of us investing is that we want to be prosperous. And what does prosperity means? You enjoy the best of life. You travel. You enjoy the perks of life. And in the tribe, we have this arrangement for you. Social activities. One of our investor from France was saying, oh, come to France. Yes, we are going to be traveling everywhere with some of the tribe members who are due for these rewards. They are going to come to UK, come to US, go to different countries. We're going to bond all expense paid trips because the tribe is a movement of a people who are united to solve poverty, to solve food insecurity, and then we have a lot of rewards for doing this. And financial management, number four. Number five, blockchain technology for asset management. Technology is one of the biggest things that we see to solve security for us. Over the weekend, I was at Ibadan, and we updated our CCTVs, and we're going to be sharing that with you right from the office right this night. We can log on to see what is happening at the farm in Ibadan. And to make sure that your investment is secure, that's technology for us. And with blockchain system, we're going to make sure that every plot is digitalized. So from anywhere you are in the world, with your with a location or the Google location, you can always ascertain that everything is in place. And that's why we are introducing a lot of technology to managing these assets. And we will talk more about this in the later future, the blockchain technology, the financial management. And for the bit of this, I'm going to talk about the cooperative that we are establishing for the tribe. Like I said at the earlier time, what we are pioneering is a movement. And the movement must be legal. It must not be illegal. It must not depend on one man. It must be structural and legal. And that's why we have seen that, oh, if we just say the Palm Ridge tribe should unite everybody, what is the legal framework? And so for this, we have registered the Palm Ridge tribe as a cooperative movement, licensed by the Lagos state government. And so every palm plantation investor, every landlord in the Palm Ridge estate can join the cooperative. And don't forget, joining the cooperative means that Lagos state government is involved with what we do, because the Ministry of Trade, Commerce and Industry, we audit what we do to make sure that we are representing the people well. And do you know that the cooperative movement globally is one of the powerful tools, one of the most powerful tools for wealth creation and for collectiveness? You see companies like Peak Milk in Nigeria, Capina Frisna, over 150 years, is owned by a cooperative. Many organizations globally, in India, in the US, I remember in Colorado, one of the states in US, all the milk manufacturing chain, from the backward integration into cattle rearing to meat production, is owned by a cooperative, and that is distributing wealth massively. We can do this in Nigeria, and that's why legally The Palm Ridge tribe is also registered as a cooperative movement. So it goes beyond one man. It goes into our collective vote, defending our collective investment and making sure that the future of our investment is secured. Lastly, on this note of presentation, what we are saying to us tonight is that we are not marketing a product to you. We are telling you to be part of a big movement. We are saying to you, this is the biggest agro-business community in the world. And that is what we are building. And you are part of that movement. Why are we building the biggest agro-business community in the world from Africa and from Nigeria? My brothers and sisters, you know well that we cannot supply phone to the UK from Nigeria. You dare know. Nor can we export car to India or to the US from Nigeria. One of the best things that we can supply globally right now is food. And so, if that is our niche, let's niche to the last niche of it. Let's niche to the last niche of it by creating a revolution of food. And so, with the Palm Ridge Estate project, we are going to be powering the biggest cooperative movement of of oil palm plantation landlords. Number two, this movement is going to contain asset ownership, the green revolution, processing, and export. And this movement is going to span over 100,000 hectares. You ain't seen nothing yet. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5, phase 6, phase 7, phase 8, we ain't seen nothing yet. We are going to over 100,000 hectares. Yes. If you go to Malaysia, to Indonesia, you will count over 500,000 hectares of oil palm plantation. Massive plantation. And we can do this in Nigeria. That's what we are saying to ourselves. And we cannot just do it. We are telling you, you can own it. We can own it, and we can power that movement. And we're replicating this across Nigeria. We're replicating this across Africa. We have right in this meeting tonight our Cameroonians, friends, Liberians, and different other African countries that we're going to be expanding into. Let us know that most state governors in Nigeria are giving us the very right partnership. Last year, we were in Enugu State government and Enugu State, Abia State, and the state government is giving us a very good grant for partnership. That is how this movement is going to go around the entire state. So it is not just a Southwest thing. It's a global movement across Africa and across other states in Nigeria. And guess what? What are we going to be solving? Beyond food, beyond the income that is coming to you, we're going to be helping planet Earth to be sustainable. You can see the trees right on my slide right there. When I was in a palm plantation over the weekend, I felt nature fresh, staying under those trees. What we are saying that with over 100,000 hectares, you will have enough trees to make our environment and our community green, and also reduce the carbon emission by contributing to the ozone layer, and we'll make planet Earth sustainable. And guess what? If you don't make it sustainable, maybe you should not take the next flight. There will be a lot of turbulence on the air. For those of us who are diasporans, you're going to fly to Nigeria one day, and you don't want your plane to be in a lot of turbulence. We have to support planet Earth by planting enough trees to support the ozone layer. And that's one of the things that your investment is also doing beyond the passive income that it is going to be bringing to you. And we are saying to us, this is the best movement. It will support who? It will support you to plan for your retirement. 25 years, 30 years, this plantation will still be paying you. You can transfer it to your children. I've shared with us how I lost my father at the age of 14. And blessed memory, this man owned and had 100 acres of oil palm plantation. And that was what sustained me. Privilege to school in the UK. He was dead since I was 14. But the palm plantation is still generating revenue till today, supporting 4 generations after he was gone. This project or this business is transgenerational. If there's something you want to pass down to your children, is a legacy of a good investment. And beyond all this, maybe you lose your job today or tomorrow, God forbid that happens. Every uncertainty that will come with life. I've spoken about the VUCA experience. Life is vulnerable. There will be uncertainties. It is certain. And Once this happens, do you have a sustainability model? That's what this PalmRich is about. If you're working today, you're going to retire someday. You're going to be vulnerable someday. Do you have a sustainable model? If you're abroad today, you need more income. Do you have a sustainable model of investment? And so beyond everything that we have spoken about is how much this project will give you a backup to grow wealth sustainably and flexibly. And on this note, I want to stop and give room for questions. And I appreciate us once again for the opportunity you have given unto us to serve you here from Nigeria. We cannot thank you enough. Yes, we are insured. Yes, the guarantees, the security. Our palm plantation is insured. I know a lot of questions are going to come in, so we're going to give rooms for questions. And we will send you the slides so you can also have time to go through them and understand them. And we'll send you a pitch deck also to understand more of our value proposition from the PalmRich Estate project. Thank you so much for the best of time that you have shared with us tonight. And we pray that you will never regret it forever. Thank you. Over to you, BC.
Thank you so much, the GMD. Thank you so much for that insightful and inspiring visionary speech. We sincerely thank you for that time. And it's a big eye-opener. I can see that I hope everybody is now convinced that this is a massive opportunity, especially for those of us in the diaspora, to invest back home. Why? Before the foreigners take over all our lands. I have the privilege of meeting somebody in the House of Parliament some few weeks ago, and that is exactly what is happening because they've gone back to Africa now to start buying our land. So farming is going to be the new thing. So don't let us sleep on it. Why they are bringing all of us over, they are going behind to buy our lands. That is what is going on. And he told me that by the year 2050, most of us Africans will be returning back to Africa. I said, no. I told him it's not possible. He said, just watch. Most of you will be returning back to your country by 2050. Why did that man tell me that? Because he knew that by that time, they must have established everything in Nigeria. Our country will be much more better. Africa will be looking much more inviting. So most of us, we want to go back. It is a member of the House of Parliament that told me this 2 weeks ago when I met with him. So please don't let us sleep on it. Let us see anyhow we will be able to invest back in our home country. So thank you so much. And now is because of our time, we just want to we can see that we have so much question and answer. Question in the chat box. So this is the time for question and answer. Anybody can raise up their hand now and ask their questions. Any concern you have about our PalmRich estate. And I think the TMD, I hope you're still around to answer the questions. So please, question time. And everyone, please, can you raise your hands up and let's take your questions, please, so that we can give you answers to your questions and to your concerns as well. Thank you. So we want people to raise their hands up to ask their question. Miss Princess in CDB, can we have you, please? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, GMD. Good evening. Okay, so my question is, plans on phase 8. I know that phase 7, the title is when will the breaking? Hello, can you hear me?
Can you come back again, please? I think you're just breaking a bit. Your network is a bit cracky.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Just, you know what it is.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So the concern is about phase 8. As per right now, the title is registered survey. Okay. So when will the title for phase 8 be perfected?
UMD, are you there? The GMD, are you about, please? Are you there?
Did you hear my question?
I'm here. Sorry, I was unmuted. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
So the question, when will phase 8 be what?
Perfected, the document of, because it's now registered survey, when are we going to have the land documents perfected?
Thank you so much. So, let me make us understand how we acquire this land. So first, we approach the government to know the areas that are not encumbered by doing our research, and also to know the areas that are not acquired by the government. Once you ascertain these two claims, you're almost good to go. Then number 3, we go to the families to acquire and buy off from them and pay them. And number 4, we go back to the government to start processing the documentation. It can take a bit of time, but definitely it's going to be done. For phase 7, we promised you, and the last December, we shared you the documents that are already been processed. For phase 8, we are yet to launch, but we're going to be launching in May. And trust us, before the year goes to mid, half, or the last quarter of the year, most of the documentation will have been perfected. But one of the greatest concerns you should always have is where we started from. Is the land free from acquisition? Is it free from government acquisition? If the answer is yes, you are a bit good to go. Number 2, do you acquire from the right family? Is it well documented? Once you have these claims, you can then go ahead. We then go ahead with all the processings. So we assure you of the other processings in place with the government, and we will share with you as we make progress with that. Thank you.
Thank you. Who's next? Thank you, Miss Princess. Are you okay with the answer? Anyway, can we have Mr. Damilari, please, for your question? Mr. Damilari, please.
Yeah, good evening. Thank you so much for this opportunity. So my question is almost in 2 parts, if you don't mind. The first part of my question has to do with the state of the venture. Is this venture insured? Because you're requesting, that if we want to hand over the management of the business, like if we're investing into the Palm Reach, that you would have 60% of the profit distributed back to the customer, and then you take over 40%. That's a good way of saying you are looking out for your profits. And of course, every business is designed for profit. But is this venture, insured by some sort of national insurance? Because with the disappearance of CBEX recently, that just alerts Nigerian consumers that, yes, you can indeed, as a business, venture into Nigeria environment and just run away. So what kind of guarantee as a customer would we have, even from, inside the country, that we are not venturing into something that might just disappear into thin air? That's the first part of my question.
Thank you so much, Mr. Damilari. That's a very lovely question. So let me speak a bit to CBEX. Please, I think I didn't know about it until it fell out. But please, wealth is not magical.
Mm-hmm.
Wealth is not built in a rush. Everything that promises a quick win, a quick cash out, please run away from it. And that's why we need to understand the model of the business that you are doing, or that we are doing. For insurance, yes, it pays us more than even the customer, because that's all our hope. So we insure our produce from the farm, we insure the crops that are planted, and we have several of these insurance organizations in Nigeria. The Nigeria Agricultural Insurance Corporation, we used to have for produce leadway assurance for our produce, for our palm oil produce, the mutual benefits currently being onboarded for our crop insurance. It pays us to do all this. Because if we are saying we want to take 40% of the profits and there is no guarantee, then we're just playing. But beyond all the insurance also, let's understand a bit risk of this portfolio. What are the risks that this portfolio can face? Every business has its own challenges. And we don't do anything lying to anybody. Let's be plain to you so you understand it. And then together we know that we're doing something transparent. Number 1, the risk of fire. If there's a fire outbreak in a farm, what happens? These are sensitive questions. Though we have fire equipment in the farm, But also, the palm tree is so agile that if the fire is put out, it will grow again. It may disrupt that year of production, but definitely the palm trees will grow again. And number two about that is that even if the fire comes, your land as an asset is still remaining and it will still keep appreciating. So your investment is guaranteed to a larger extent. What are the risk? Theft, pilfering, and a lot of other risk that comes with agriculture. And that's why we are deploying a lot of technology to make sure that we guarantee our investors in most of this risk that we may face. And every other suggestion you have for us. And that's why we are creating the community. Like we said, it's beyond us. Whatever suggestion you think we can put in place, but I have one of our partners in the US introduce us to blockchain. And I mean, we love that. Introduce us to it. Let's talk through it. Let's do it together. And together we can safeguard our investment. But on our note, insurance, yes. And a lot of the risk elements of the business are covered. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. The second part is all this documented in the terms of contract given to the consumer? Because I said it's a two-part. I wanted to discuss the insurance. Then I wanted to know if this is well documented. You know, it's one thing to say, but it's another thing to show.
100%.
So that's
yes.
the second part. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Damilare, for your sensible question. So can we have Mr. Olufemi now, please? Thank you. Mr. Olufemi, unmute and ask your question, please.
Okay, good evening. This is indeed a wonderful, it's a wonderful platform. I joined you sometimes towards the end of last year, and I'm buying into Adeodo, or is it
Adeodo? Yes.
Adeodo, yeah. And I was told that allocation will be done in February. This is already April, so I just want to know what is delaying the allocation and when exactly are you allocating to us? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Brilliant. Like we said earlier, please engage us, put us on our toes, and let's keep doing the right thing. And that's also the essence of the tribe. And the BOT chairman has his own monitoring thing to make sure that we're doing the right thing. Now, to your question. February, yes, we exhausted allocation for last year because we plant only in the rains. The trees can only be planted in the rains. If we are going to deploy irrigation, it will cost us heavily, and that will make the investment too expensive. So Nigeria has a very good rainfall, and definitely in the southwest, where these projects are, southwest and south-south, the rainfall is good. So, but it's only advisable to plant the trees in the rains. So we wanted to have allocated in February, but we exhausted the trees planted, and we don't want to allocate you a bare land without trees planted. So in May, we're going to be doing the allocation for Adeodo because the rains have started, planting is ongoing, and we're going to be allocating and also sharing the videos to everybody in the tribe to know that these promises are kept. Thank you. So expect your allocation in May, Mr. Olufemi, and every other one. Thank you.
Thank you, GMD. Can we have Mr. Eja Caleb, please? Mr. Eja Caleb, unmute your mic and ask your question, please.
Okay, good evening. So two questions basically. The first one is regarding allocation. I invested in the Palm Ridge Estate 3. I understand that you're on 8 right now. So I know I've been off and on. I've not really been in communication, but on Wednesday I had asked your team members about the allocation of the land. And then they said nothing has been communicated regarding that yet. So I'm wondering when that will be done. Then secondly, in the chat right now, someone was telling me that, yes, this oil palm thing and all that, but then what if I didn't want to do the oil palm thing? I wanted my land for myself. What is the procedures to all this? Let's assume that the way the investment is going is something that I am no more interested in. I do not like the way it has been handled. Is there an opt-out? What are the procedures? criteria or procedures for those things? Those are my questions.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Olufemi. We have the exit options, and definitely the investment is not a tie-in forever. Number one, you own your land, and you own the right to either outsource to us to manage it or not. What we owe you is to allocate you as paid, and also plant the trees there for free for you and maintain them for the first 3 years till they start fruiting. When they start fruiting, or even the ones that are already fruiting that you're buying into, like the phase 5, you can decide to manage it by yourself. And then we are not managing for you. And take your oil, sell your oil, you own your thing. It's 100% ownership. And let me say this loud and clear also. The Palm Rich Estate model is not a debt model. We are not owing you. We only share revenue from what we make from the land that you own. And so we make the profit, we declare it, and then we share 60-40. So if you decide to manage the land yourself, you own the 100%. You're not sharing anything with Asset Rise. And to the first question, yes, we may want to know when you purchased and if you have completed your payments for allocation, but definitely the sales department will get across, and then they will sort that with you privately, and you will know when to be allocated. We did an allocation over this last weekend, and I'm sure subsequent allocations are coming also. So they will get across to know. For those of us who are waiting allocation, there are two things. It's either you are not yet fully paid, or you are paid and then the time schedule for allocation is not yet. But either of that, you will be reached out to, or you can reach out to the office line, and we will tell you when the allocation will come up. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have Mr. Honor Yunusa? Honor Yunusa, please. Unmute your mic, please, and speak on.
Yes, I've done that. Thank you so much. This is my first time, and I'm new to this. I have two questions. Well, the first one has been answered about the insurance of the venture. But the second question is, I want to know the payments, like, I don't know, sorry, I may have missed it. The payment structure. You said something about maybe some people have not paid, may not have paid completely. That is why they've not gotten any allocation. Wow, can you just give us the payment structure?
Okay, Mr. Fett, sorry, your name again, Mr. Unisa, thank you. Okay, we may need to call you to understand your payment plan, but generally, the payment plan differs. There's a 3-month, 6-month, 12-month payment plan. And then with us, the structure is simple. If you're not done paying fully, you can't be allocated, because if you don't pay fully, the land does not belong to you yet. And so we cannot transfer the title and the documents to you. When you are done paying fully, you're not just allocated land with corner piece. You are given legal documents. The deed of assignment is prepared and stamped with the Nigeria Bar of Association. It's an authority that you can take anywhere. So for us to confer those documents to you, you must have cleared all the payments as agreed. And for those who are yet to clear payment, reminders will be sent to you for that.
Is there any cost attached to it? Like, I want to know what the amount for, I don't know if you understand me, I want to know the amount.
The amount for what, sir?
Now you said something about if you've not fully paid. What's for people that have paid? Is it like in millions, 5 million, 10 million? How much is it?
Okay, so it depends on what you are buying. If you're buying 1 acre, 1 plot, 1 hectare, depends on what you're buying. Okay. So that may be a personal question. The sales team will get across to you to understand what exactly did you buy, and the payment plan will also be shared with you, and you know the timeline for your payments. Thank you.
That's fine. Thank you so much. So I'll expect a call then.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. So can we have Mr. Sodiq Olatunde? Can you unmute your mic and come up with your question, please?
Good evening, everyone. My question is, does the market price affect the profit or return on investment, or is it always going to be the same year in, year out? Because I invested this year also in Ado Odota last year, ending of last year. So I just want to clarify this. I want you to clarify.
Thank you so much. Brilliant question. The palm oil or the palm produce market is not stable or stationed. It fluctuates, but the good news is that it appreciates. So last year, as of January last year, it was 15,000 per 25 liter keg, and about 1 million per 1 ton. But the year closed with a 25 liter in November selling for 70,000 and a ton selling for almost 2.5 million. Now we're in the peak period. There's so much palm oil in the market, but the truth is that most of the trees also experience stress from nature. If there's no rainfall, there will be no fruit or produce to the highest of the capacity. So there's a bit of scarcity right now, and this year the prices may go up beyond what we have last year. By projection, price may hit 100,000 per 25 liter, because as a date, it's 45,000, 50,000 in some places, and yet we're in the peak period. So when we are off the peak period, the palm oil price will soar unimaginably, and this can happen into further years. So 3 years from now, it can be 100,000 per keg. It can be 200,000 per keg, depending on the demand and supply. And that's why we are saying that you need to understand how this works. And thank you for your question. So every year, we declare profit according to what is produced from the farm. So if the farm produces 1 ton, and 1 ton is being sold for 3 million, yes, profit is declared on that. If the farm produces 1 ton and 1 ton is sold for 2 million, yes, profit is declared on that. But one thing you can guarantee is that the market keeps getting better yearly. 2021, the keg was about 8,000. 2022, 8,005 or thereabouts, January. And today you're having about 70,000 or more, 75,000 at the off-peak period. So the market keeps getting better, but the price is not stable. So your income also whatever it takes at a particular time is what we reflect. And for transparency, you have the tribe and the BOT structure to investigate on our behalf. They have their market research team to launch into the market and know what the price is before they authorize for sales. And then all the transparency with the financial management ensures that you get what is actually sold from your farm. Thank you.
Thank you, GMD.
I think we'll take one more last question, and then we will share a full pitch deck with us.
We take one more last question, and every other question, please, can you please put it on the chat box, and then we can address you. We will answer you accordingly. Can we have Dr. Olufemi Fajolu, please? Sorry about the rest. Then we'll be answering you on the chat box. Dr. Olufemi, please.
Yeah, good afternoon. Nice presentation. Thank you, GMD. Thank you, everyone, for all the, most importantly, thank you, the board chair. Really appreciate your perspective and the confidence you brought again to this process. So I guess my question is more of aspirational. One of the claims for this process is that eventually some of these farms are going to be converted to estates, whereby maybe I have a plot and I want to retire, I want to build a home on one of my plots. So from your estimation, can you speak to how long I have to wait, or how short I have to wait to achieve that dream?
Thank you so much, Mr. Fajolu. Thank you. It's good that we are very aspirational, because the truth is the future will keep changing. So for land, it's dynamic. The use will change by the force of demand. Let me give us a practical example. I used to live in Magodo, and the entire area before was a farmland. And now it's one of the best residential areas in Lagos State. And then you have a place that is actually called by a farm name, Okwoba, in Agege. A large expanse of land is called Okwoba. It's a farmland, designated farmland. but today the entire area is residential by demand. Residential, agriculture paved way for residential. Now, with what we are doing with the palm project or the palm rich estate project is one, land banking. You're holding the land for the future appreciation and also for the future use that we have made your land appreciate. As at date, a plot of land in my estate in Omole that used to be a farmland before sell for over 500 million per plot. But some years ago, it was just a farmland. So when that future comes and there are residentials everywhere and the demand for residential is increased, definitely there will be a force to convert the land to residential. But one thing we know that where we are siting these farms also, they permit us to farm in there for 10, 20, 30 years. And then you have the best of return from your palm oil projects. And also for us, because most of the factories or the palm processing line is expensive to set up. And that's why we are taking a bit of a risk also to make sure that the farmland is a bit away from residential so that we enjoy that. And when you are buying into this place now and you want to live in the farm or build now, the estates are then designed in a way that you can make an option today, not just for tomorrow. So, for example, for Adodo, it's an agro-smart city with 5 districts. You have the residential district, strictly for residential development. You have the palm plantation district, strictly for oil palm plantation. You have the agro boulevard that accommodates every other agriculture, crop farming, animal husbandry, and every other thing in the agro boulevard. You have the agro processing zone for processing, factories and the rest. And then you have the resorts. And so you can choose the district that align with your interest now, and then you buy accordingly. But at the long run, when demand moves into these places, and we project that by projection, by 2050, Nigeria will be over 400 million populated. So imagine where we are occupying with 200 million right now. It means we will need more places to occupy. And that's why, like Olabisi said to us earlier, the future of Nigeria will be very expensive because our population is growing massively and people will not live under trees. They will live in homes, and those homes will be on the land. And that's why you should buy the land now and safeguard it for your future, your children, and every other person that will then transact with it in the later future. And that future can be your estate being transformed to a residential area, and then you'll have made all your profit from your palm rich. I hope I answered that question, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you, the JMD. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, because of our time, we'll not be able to take more questions. But please, like we said, you can always drop your question on the chat box and we'll answer you accordingly. And then for our financial report, for those of you that were asking for the financial report, because of time factor, we'll not be able to show that as well. But if you do leave your email, we can send our last year financial reports to you so you can see the returns and how that goes on. And I want to say thank you for those that have volunteered to give us testimonial that we've not been able to call up to come and give us testimonial. But next time is always there. We will definitely need you another time to come and give us testimonial and your experiences about your return on investment that you've already, for those of you that have already gotten their return on investment, I think for this month in April, then. But if there's any other thing, you can put it on the chat box. We'll be definitely answering you. But now we just want to go straight to our offers and promo, just to say thank you for coming to this webinar, for accepting our invitation. So we want to run some promo now, and I'll be calling on Ms. Chioma to do that. Ms. Chioma, please.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Mrs. Olabisi. All right. Also, I'd like to appreciate everyone for joining the call tonight. For the sake of everyone who have joined the call tonight, we'd like to announce a special offer only to those who have joined the call. We have the phase 7 up for a special offer. When you buy 6 plots, you get a plot free. So if you want to indicate your interest, Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Chioma, your audio.
Can you hear me now?
Is not stable, please.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I don't know about.
Okay, so if you want to take advantage of that, please send a direct chat on that line.
Anyway, Chioma, your audio is not stable. Can you go to a better place so that we can hear you properly? Your audio is not stable. Your network.
I'm hearing her clearly, though.
Wow.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so for the sake of everyone who are on the call tonight, to be having a special offer. If you want to buy into phase 7 is currently at Ado-Dota. Phase 7, if you have, if you want to go for a plot, 1 acre, you get 1 residential plot free. So please, if you are interested in this, kindly indicate your interest within the next 24 hours. You can just send a chat box, and that's the number.
How much is the price?
A plot is currently going for 750,000 naira. With the documentation, you have 350,000 naira per plot. Also, for the sake of all our tribe members, we are glad to announce our 10% discount that will be going for you. Our tribe members are those who already purchased into any of our estates before now. So if you're already a tribe member, you have 10% discount on your subsequent purchase. So you can still do that and also get a plot free. While for our phase 5 that is already fruiting, we are currently having an offer to everyone. If you're interested in phase 5 is already fruiting, currently located at Ibadan. You can get a 30% discount from the current price. That goes for 3.5 million naira per plot. So you don't have to wait for 3 years while you're buying into Ibadan. Ibadan comes in annually. And the good news is this: if you're subscribing to Ibadan, even if you're buying into it now, we'll still have to make you fall into 1 calendar year from next year. So it means that you would get the returns for this year by December, and then while you fall into the calendar year for next year, and that's for Ibadan. So our available plots for sale currently is our phase 8. Phase 8 is still on 50% discounts, which is currently going for 1.8 million naira per acre. With the documentation, you have 3.7 million naira. With just 300,000 naira deposits, you can get 1 acre and spread your payments for either 6 months, 3 months, or even 12 months, based on your payment plan that you think would work for you. So phase 8 is up for sale. Phase 5 is up for sale. Phase 7 is up for sale. Please, if you're interested in this, especially that of phase 7 that comes with 1 free plot, please indicate your interest within the next 24 hours. Thank you. Mr. Labisi, you can go ahead, please. Okay, I can see a question here asking, is there any discount on phase 8? We are already running a 50% discount on phase 8. So you can still key into that because the 50% discount ends this month. So you can still key into that with even a 300,000 naira. Also for 1 hectare, you can still key into 1 hectare with at least 500,000 naira. If you want to key into any of this promo, I can see questions on the chat box. If you want to key into any of this promo, please chat the number on the screen. We have the head office line there, and we also have our UK office line there. please indicate your interest tonight, or maybe from now till tomorrow by this time. We can still accept your offer. Your interest might not necessarily be your payment, but at least indicate your name and your interest, either phase 8, phase 7, phase 5. We will take that in and then we'll follow up on that. Thank you. Mrs. Olabisi, you can go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. Sorry, I was muted again. Sorry. Thank you so much, everyone. I think because of time factor, we have to come to the end of this global webinar in absence of any other thing. And we just want to say thank you to everyone that have attended, that have come to this webinar. And I can see that we still have so many people that has questions to say to ask, but we want you to put your question on the chat box and we will answer you accordingly. So we want to thank everybody for honoring this invitation, for coming to this global webinar. And in a short while, we'll be having another one again. Feel free to connect with the person that invited you to this global webinar. For any other question you have, feel free to call our UK office if you're in the diaspora, maybe you're in the UK, America, Canada. I'll be attending to you. And feel free to also connect with the Lagos office for any other concerns, questions that you have. But in the time being, I want to say thank you to everyone for coming to this global webinar, and good night to everyone. Thank you. Chioma, are you there? But in the time being, if you are still willing to stay on, we can have some of testimonial from people that have already bought from Ibadan. They can also give their testimonial to let you know. Can we have some of them, please? If let me just check some of the names we have here.
Mr. Abbas is in the house. I can see him in the house.
Yeah, if they're in the house, they can give their testimonial so that people will know that some people that have keyed into our Ibadan, they've already started receiving their ROI. Mr. Abbas, can we have it, please? Is Mr. Abbas, are you there?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you clearly. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much. It's an opportunity to be here tonight. And I'm so glad I was able to key into this project. I think we started 2022, late into 2022. So the first project was, I think, kind of housing in Lekki, but was converted in 2023 to Ibadan. And I can tell you that I have collected my returns, and all documentations also has been done. And the beauty of this is that I need not go to the office. It was delivered to me, the documentation, based on the arrangements. And I think it's quite impressive. I had it checked by my lawyers, and they were found to be okay. And I want to encourage those who want to retire soon to also take advantage of this, because this is what I discussed with a colleague of mine. Formerly, I was working in the bank before I joined the Lagos State government. I worked in the governor's office. I told her about my retirement plan, and she introduced this project to me. And ever since, I think it has been encouraging. I just pray and believe Asset Rise will continue to keep to their words, be truthful as they have been, and be transparent. And I'm so glad with the board of trustees, because these are things that can be confirmed by anyone who wants to also go into investigating the company as a company before they make their investments. So I want to say thank you to you, and thank you for the opportunity to also relay my own experiences. I have my package here with me. All my documentations is here.
Wow. Wow, thank you.
So I'm glad to be here. So thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Olisa. Thank you so much for that speech and the proof that you've been able to show to people that we are not one of the scammers. We are just so different. And this is the best investment I think I've done so far. I bought lands. My lands are lying fallow in Nigeria. I don't know what to do about it. But with asset rights, I know that I'm getting something on my land. It's just not, it's the only company that I bought land with and they're not lying fallow. I know I'm going to get my return on investment. I know I can also intercrop on my land. I can do whatever I learn with my land, and I think some of you here can resonate with that. So, is there any other person that wants to give us their testimony about Palm Ridge 5, especially Ibadan? Ibadan is already fruiting. Is there anybody else that would like to give us their testimony, please? Chioma, do you have any other person's name, please? Can we have Mr. Abdul Ganil if he's here? Can we have Mr. Abdul Ganil, please? Is Mr. Abdul Ganil on to give us his testimony, please? No. How about Mr. Faleke Matthew? Mr. Faleke Matthew, is he around? Okay.
Mrs. Trisha is around.
Yeah, Mrs. Trisha, you can come up with your testimony. We'll be here because I can see that we want to leave, but some people are not ready to leave. They are still interested in hearing. So as long as we have people online. So Miss Trisha, can you come up and give us your testimony, please? Miss Trisha from Canada, we want to have you, please. Can we have you, please? Shema, are you sure she's around? I don't think Miss Trisha is around. But is there any other person that wants to give their testimonial, please? Okay, in the absence of that, can we have Mr. Gideon? I can see that he's been raising up his hand. Mr. Gideon, what do you have to say to us, please? Can you unmute your mic and speak? Mr. Gideon, would you unmute your mic and speak, please?
Good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
All protocols duly observed. I actually had a bunch of questions that were in the chat. I think we've passed the Q&A section.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to thank the team for making this presentation happen and for opening the door to have a conversation. I look forward to questions, my questions being answered. I would like to thank you and thanks everyone.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Gideon. Definitely we will answer your question. Once you put it in the chat box, it will definitely be attended to. Thank you. Mr. David Oze Bulem, can you unmute your mic, please? Mr. David, please. Oze Bulem. Oze Bulem. Can you unmute your mic and speak, please? Okay, can we have Mr. Samuel Britton, please? Can you unmute your mic and speak, please? Mr. Samuel, are you there? Can you unmute your mic and speak, please? Oh, I don't think he's available. Mr. Samuel, are you there? I don't think they're okay. Mr. Samuel, can you speak up, please? Can you unmute your mic? Thank you. Unmute, please. Can you unmute him, please?
Thank you. Good. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I wanted to ask, my question was going to be on investments. As an investor, what amount of investment would I need to make me a shareholder in asset rights? You know why I'm asking this question? Why I'm asking, I would have loved you to answer the question first before asking why. Because I can see that the intention is good, very brilliant projects, and I can see the benefit in the foreseeable future. But the fact is that we have some money bags in Nigeria who can come in and invest so much and also take total control of the whole project. So that is my own fear. What have you put in place to checkmate such in a way that one money back person cannot just come in and have a total control of the whole of a major control of the ownership of asset rights?
Is anybody about? Is the GMD still around, Chairman? Chairman, is the GMD around? Is anybody about to answer the question, please, in the Lagos office?
Okay, so can I understand the question a bit more, please?
Mr. Samuel Peter, can you repeat your question, please?
Mr. Samuel, please, can you help us understand the question?
Mr. Samuel, can you just repeat your question, please? I don't think he gets it right. Can you unmute him, please? Unmute him, please. Who is there to unmute him, please? No, I don't think. Can we unmute Mr. Samuel, please?
Okay, so let me to my understanding, we are not selling shares. The unit that you own from the farm or from the estate, to say, is your share or your shares. So let me give an example. Adodo is 3,000 hectares. If you own 100 hectares of it, you have owned some units of that entire project. Why we are not, the model we are practicing is different from the model of Okumu Oil. Okumu Oil, the entity Okumu Oil own the estates. But for Palm Ridge, individuals own fractional units of the estates. Maybe it's not owned by an individual, but fractional units of the estates is owned by so you can own one plot, you can own two plots. Maybe a government, a GRA, you own 2 plots, 3 plots. So on the units that you own, palm trees are then planted in it. And whatever is generated from the unit that you own become your share in the palm oil production and profit sharing. So we are not selling shares. Though we have taken up a further step to become a PLC, and then the model will improve it to the far future. because we're also having access to a lot of funding. But for now, there is no shares. You own it. It's an equity model. You own it, and you own it forever. I hope I answered a bit of that, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Samuel. Just in case that's not what your question is all about, you can still put them in our chat box. Unfortunately, sorry, Mr. Titles, Mr. David, we have to put this meeting, Olamide, we have to put it to an end now because we're running over 3 hours, almost 3 hours now. But thank you so much for everybody that has joined us today. And we hope that this session has provided a valuable insight into our oil palm plantation management and sustainability as well. And also, we want to say your participation and engagement are what makes this discussion like this to be more meaningful. And we just want to employ you to continue to collaborate and to link up with us so that we can grow together stronger. And we wish everyone continuous success until we meet again. Take care and stay connected. Thank you and good night.
Thank you so much, Olabisi. Thank you. Wonderful presentation tonight. The entire team in Asset Rise globally, we're proud of you. And thank you for your great work in the UK, in the EU. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, team.
Thank you,
our
everybody.
beauty
Thank you,
chairman.
thank you, colleagues. Thank you, everyone. Please reach out. This is not the end. Reach out to us. I'll continue to, don't worry. It's Nigeria. Let them go and sleep. I'll continue to answer your questions. Just email me, text me. My UK number is there. I'll continue to give them reply. The ones I don't understand, I will forward it to the GMD. He's not going to sleep tonight. Don't mind him. He's not going to sleep. Just send me the message. I'll forward it to him. I'll send you back the reply. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night. Bye.
Yeah, just trying to